Today I'm sitting here with Jim Guthrie, owner of Guthrie's Garage, and he's here to talk to us a little bit about the first annual Supernational show being hosted here at the Albuquerque Journal Center. Jim?
Hey, Chris. Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you coming out. Tell us a little bit about the Supernational show and what that all entails.
Well, Matt and Reggie, who owned the original Supernationals for 30 years, they ran that show. They donated it to the Albuquerque Christian School, of which I've been the treasurer of for many years, and my kids went there, my wife taught there, et cetera. But they donated it to us a few years ago, and we've been looking for a date. And one of the local churches had given up their Father's Day show date, and so we took it on and started down the path of, okay, where can we do the show and such. And Bill was very gracious in allowing us to use the Albuquerque Journal. All along, my whole idea was to do Pebble Beach in Albuquerque. And if you've ever been to Pebble Beach, it's beautiful. It's on the cliffs of the ocean. It's on the 18th green of Pebble Beach Golf Course. It's gorgeous. So this is a very cool setting to have that kind of a car show with the trees and the lots, the way they're laid out. So it's going to be a great show.
The campus is gorgeous, and we're going to have several vendors out there, many of which you'll be able to see here in the podcast. Tell us a little bit about what you're going to have in your side of the show.
So basically we wanted to bring the car community together. I wanted everything from a lowrider to a supercar, which I don't think has ever been done in Albuquerque because they all have smaller shows, and it's because of the space. So again, because we have this beautiful space, we can invite 350 plus cars. So we'll have everything from lowriders to hot rods to muscle cars. We've got some movie cars coming, the Batmobile, the Mystery Machine, the Breaking Bad van, the Ghostbusters. Ecto 1, and the Jurassic Park Jeep. And so that'll be cool. And then a lot of supercars as well. And those don't come out very often, so that'll be really neat to come and see those. We have got some vendors. We've got Ram Motors. We've got Rich Ford. We've got R&S Power Sports Group. There'll be some smaller vendors. We've got the racetrack coming out with a dozen different types of racing vehicles that we race out at Suica Circuit and Sandia Motorsports. So just a very big cross section of the car community for everyone to see, and it's a free show.
And it's going to be nice just because of the diversity. So if, one specific genre of cars isn't your jam, you're going to have your pick.
You're going to have your pick. Absolutely. We've got Mustang clubs coming out. The Corvettes club is coming out. The Christian Rods and Customs coming out. So the Car Council. So there'll be a lot of different clubs showing up here to support the community here. So we're really thankful for their participation.
That sounds awesome. And all of the proceeds, I do believe, go to the
Every dime goes to the Albuquerque Christian School. This is our annual fundraiser. The Christian School fights to break even every year. It's a great cause. It's been around since 1982. We're in a new campus here. I think it's our 5th year. So we're up to about 135 kids. We go from the littles up to 7th grade. I think this year might be the first year of a new 8th grade. I'll have to see about that, but it's been really neat to see it grow. We've had teachers that we've had for over 30 years. Just a great bunch of people that show love and Christ's love in a very great educational background.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what you might have at the car show. Is there anything that you're showcasing at the show?
Well, I think. Obviously I want to make sure there's room for everybody's cars.
Sure.
But Bill's going to let us park on the grass. So I'm going to bring a couple of the race cars and my vintage cars. And I might bring a couple of Ford GTs out. Those are my favorites too. So
that's great. So tell us a little bit about how you got started into the car business.
It was kind of by accident, literally. I have this thing for driving fast, and when when houses were being built, I would, after school, race through the new neighborhoods and crash the car because I didn't know what I was doing, and then have to go fix it.
What was the car?
It was a 1973 V6 Capri.
Okay.
The little German things, So that was fun. I was going to school to be a dentist. I wanted to be a dental surgeon, actually. And that just didn't seem to work out. I couldn't wait to get out of class, get home, work on cars. So in end of 1981, at the end of that last semester, I went out and I bought rented a shop and got an apartment. And so January 2nd, I was in business of 1982. And the rest is kind of history.
So you specialize in restoration, correct?
We do now. Yes. I used to do the collision business for 42 years.
So what is your favorite restoration as of lately or just in general?
So we have about a 20,000 foot shop and over a dozen employees. We do a lot of what we call concours restorations. So high point cars, high value cars. We specialize in Ford, Chevy. Mopars are very easy because of the fit and finish and colors. Fords are some of the most difficult. We love Mustangs. So we do a bunch of those. We're about to finish the Sunbeam Tiger, believe it or not. Those are pretty rare. That was a full rotisserie restoration. But the resto mods have really become popular lately. And that's where you would take an old Mustang and then basically make it yours. You do fuel injection, you do different suspensions, add some vintage air.
Disc brakes,
all different, basically for convenience or for drivability. We just finished a 57 Chevy for Joe Chacon.
Okay.
He's got 383 stroker now. He's got a 4-speed overdrive and posi rear, and he's got a modern front suspension and steering, and so he loves it. He drives the thing all over now. So that would be a resto mod.
Okay.
Those are really popular, and we're doing a lot of those. And then, of course, we do race car and race car fabrication.
So you mentioned your race car. How did you get into the race car business? I know you talked a little bit about it, but I know you did some racing early on.
Yeah, I did a little bit of racing. Still doing a little racing against my wife's better wishes. But yeah, I love racing. I love the building of the cars and the competing with them. So I still have a little bit of a problem. I have like 7 different race cars that we run. So it's fun.
And you've got some involvement with the Sandia Raceway. Is that correct?
Yes, we purchased that in January about 2.5 years ago, and then I have 2 partners. So we've been resurrecting the dirt track, the asphalt track. We just had our resurrection of the asphalt race last weekend. We've resurfaced the area and all the corners on the road course. Put a bunch of money into the facility overall over the last 2 years. So finally starting to see some fruits of our labor, and fans are coming back, and the racers are coming back, and that's the important part.
So in a couple of the other podcasts that we've done, we've asked the question, what's your top 3 movie? But I'm going to ask you this question, and I'm going to throw a little wrench into that question is, what is your whale of a car that you have not owned yet that you'd like to own and restore or purchase already restored?
So you probably know, based on my Ford, my Blue Oval Love, even though I love them all, I would have to say a 65 GT350, preferably the race model. They only built like 34 of those, so I'd love to own one of those. Those are very valuable cars, and just the history on them is phenomenal. Number 2 probably would be an original 427 side oiler Cobra 67 with the flares, because those are just iconic.
Those are just great.
Yep. Silver, black stripes, because that's kind of my color combo.
That's your
go-to. It's kind of subtle. Blue is okay too, but definitely not red. Red will get me in trouble, and I'd be in jail. But a third one. I would have to say like a 1966, 65 Aston Martin, the James Bond silver.
Bond, that's the one.
Yeah, the smoke screen machine, right, with the machine guns, and right. that would be a really cool car to have. Obviously that's a movie car, but it's a very valuable car in real life too. So it'd be a fun car to drive.
That's a great list. For me, I'm probably going a 1978 Ford truck.
There you go.
Short bed.
Yep.
The Ranger, the F100.
Yep.
I mean, those are for me. My father owned one of those, and it's funny how a car can get tied to your that emotion that it brings up. But that's one for me. Probably any sports car in the year '69.
That's true.
You could go.
They made a lot of great ones.
You could go in any order, and there's no way you can say no to any of those cars in the year '69.
That's right.
You got the Mustang, you got the Novas, you've got the Chevelles, you've got. I mean, we could go on and on. We could make a whole podcast
just on that. Yeah.
Just on that piece, right? Because
Corvette.
That year '69 just made some fantastic cars.
And a
during
lot
that
of
time.
power, big blocks. Yeah.
And then probably a late 60s Lincoln Continental with the suicide doors.
Oh, yeah.
Those suicide doors just do it for me, soft top.
Soft top. Yep.
You got to be a soft top. But and for me, when I first really, really saw it was in the movie Entourage, where they just kind of roll up in that end scene and everybody gets out real casual to go walk the red carpet. For me, there was nothing.
So would you
better.
put big 20s on it, or would you keep the original wheels on it?
Oh, I love original wheels. White walls.
There you go.
I put white walls on the thing right away.
No 20-inch dubs.
No 20-inch, all original all the time. So lastly, we want to thank you for putting this together. And we want to thank the Albuquerque Journal and the Langs for,
Absolutely.
helping us out on this project. And is there anything else you want to say in closing?
I just want to thank everybody that's helped. It just wasn't me. There was a lot of people behind the scenes, and they are what is going to make the show an annual success. And it's a great car show, but in the end, we're helping kids. These are going to go. This additional fund keeps the school open, allows us to increase our financial aid to families who can't afford the school. Right. So this is all for good stuff, and everybody has been very willing to pitch in. So my hat's off to everyone. So thank everyone.
So again, it is on the 14th. It's a free show, so bring the kids out. There's going to be lots of great cars, and once again, we appreciate you for doing this.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, thank you.